I'm feeling good. What I'm feeling good about is what I'm hoping to learn watching this movie. Because, the more educated we are, the more empowered we are to, in fact, do something about it. And I'm hoping that this is yet another way to find out, okay, what more can we be personally responsible for to then do something about? Because it's not enough just to care about it. I mean, we all think about it, and sometimes you either think about it consciously or unconsciously. And if we remain unconsciously thinking about it, nothing gets done. We have to, in fact, do something about it. And it is festivals such as this, films like this, that will instruct us about what can we do to make that difference. Because, human beings are the only people that will destroy themselves. Now, what can we, and there are people who just don't care about that. They just care about their immediate selves and their immediate environment. And if it's not happening now, I care about the planet for my children and my grandchildren. I want them to be able to see some of the beauty that I've been exposed to.
Now, how would you say you take care of the environment on a personal level?
Be careful of the products I use. I read labels.
Something many people do not do.
Which is something that we really have to be, responsible for. I mean, there are many people and many companies that are doing environmentally safe things that, help the planet, certainly don't destroy the planet. But there are many companies who just don't care about that. And so, you can be inadvertently not doing something, not beneficial to the planet. I mean, if you do it on purpose, that's your business and that's on you. But to do it unconsciously, that's maybe even a greater sin.
It's human error.
You know what I mean? Well, that's more than just human error. That's human unconsciousness. You can't walk around with blinders on anymore. It's too many of us have done that for too long. Oh, it'll get taken care of. It'll get taken care of. It'll get taken care of until it doesn't. And then you're in trouble. And you don't know how you got here.
How are you feeling tonight?
Good. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to see the film.
So can you talk a bit about the importance of addressing environmental issues, especially when our president doesn't want to acknowledge that they are a problem?
Well, to me, it's really a no-brainer. Without the environment, we don't exist. So I really don't know what the debate is about. I really don't know what any resistance is about.
Simple, man.
Yeah, 2 + 2 does actually equal 4. Yes.
So are you excited about any particular moments in the film tonight? Like, what is it that you want people to take away from watching this film?
I have no idea what's in it. I really hope they're going to talk more about the environmental impact of agriculture, because that's an issue that's really close to my heart. So I hope that's in there more. Yeah.
Now, on a personal level, how would you say you contribute to the environment?
Well, I'm vegan, so hugely. Yes, in a big way.
Well, I was just saying, it's a no-brainer. The Earth is finite. The ocean has its limits, and so does the Earth. And there's 7 billion of us, so we have to take it easy and pump the brakes, and not litter, and take care of where we live. Yeah.
So, what's the first step to change for a person that's not familiar with environmental health?
Stop littering. Litter less. Think of recycling. If you can give to a foundation, go ahead. If not, that's cool. Just try to take care of where you live and keep it clean.
And if you had to give Donald Trump a message, because he doesn't like climate change, what would that be?
Just resign. You're not having a good time. You're making a mess of things. You're not helping anything or anyone. Resign. Just resign. And no one's gonna think any less of you. We can't think any more less of you than we think. So resign. The people who love you are still gonna love you. They're nuts. So.
Well, I've been a long-time environmentalist, and honestly, I was very encouraged when An Inconvenient Truth came out. I thought everybody would get involved and we would work very hard to solve this problem. Unfortunately, I think the fact, quote, that global warming doesn't exist was marketed very well. and we didn't make the kind of progress that we had hoped. We're just starting to do that now with things like the Paris Accords, despite our president. But the Paris Accords are exciting because virtually every country in the world is participating and acknowledging that we need to deal with climate change, but it doesn't go nearly far enough to actually do that. So here in Los Angeles, I got together with Naomi Klein 3 weeks ago, and we declared a climate mobilization that will shoot for 2025 to make Los Angeles carbon neutral and be an example, we hope, for the rest of the country and the rest of the world.
I love that. So what would you say to anyone who says climate change doesn't affect them?
Well, if you aren't concerned about whether your children and grandchildren have a human race, then perhaps that's true. But I think it's just a question of who's affected first. If you're on the coast, your home will probably be underwater in 30 years if we don't do what we need to do. If you're a small island, your entire island might be underwater. Right now, I might own beachfront property in West Hollywood because if we don't do something, we're going to be in a heap of trouble. And so we need to move, but we need to move fast. And that's what we're trying to do in Los Angeles.
I love it so much. All right, well, thank you, and I hope you enjoy the film tonight.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.